Hey there, how you doing? I'm Heavy Armored Howard, and welcome to the Lords of the Fallen Veteran Mode stream. So yeah, we're just gonna hop into Lords of the Fallen and try to jump straight into Veteran Mode and see what all we can do and how well we can do. Now, wait, okay, I think my PS5 was muted. Okay, bump the mic. All right, so I would consider myself a Souls veteran. Probably pretty good at the games. I would. Now you know what? I'm fairly good at the games. I will put that little badge right on my chest. I I, I am fairly decent at these games, and I've always thought Lords of the Fallen 2023 was one of the easier Souls likes out there. Still one of my favorites, but definitely on the easier side. So I'm hoping that Veterans mode proves to be a bit more of a challenge. I do wish that I could bring my actual main character on with this, but you have to start a new mode, so or a new campaign. So we're gonna go ahead and jump into this and just see how we do. I could go with that. Is it the Mornstead infantry that has the spear? Yeah. I could go with the Radiant Purifier, so I could start out with the Halberd. But his Halberd specifically is kind of doo-doo water. What does the Lord start with? Starts with the axe. But the pure cultists, I know they start with a pole arm of sorts. I mean, I always usually just go with the Hallowed Knight, so I'm just trying to expand my horizons a little bit more. I could actually just play Dark Crusader, so I can, you know, have a pretty decent armor set. But you know, we'll go with the tried and true, mainly because he's got the best get up out of everyone on this lineup. Go ahead and make him male, not body type B or body type A. Make him male. There we go. He looks just like me. There we go. He looks just like me. There we go. He looks just like me. Get rid of that tattoo, though. I do have a scar on my head, though. Can't tell where I put that. Yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah, there we go. Eye color. Change that to my actual eye color. That's not the iris. But you know what? We'll deal with it. Actually, yeah, that looks cooler. Yeah, you know what? We're gonna go full edge. Yeah, there we go. I know I probably shouldn't be messing around with the character creator as much as I am, but I do like to mess around just a little bit. Middle-aged. Nah, I'm young-aged. At least I like to tell myself that. Okay, next. We're gonna be large and in charge. Yeah. Yeah, that's looking good right there. I wish there was just a clear tattoo button, because I don't have any tattoos. Suitable for those who have already mastered the standard path or are simply a glutton for punishment. Bosses strike harder and faster with quicker transitions, new attack patterns, and unrelenting combo chains. Enemies are more aggressive with fast recovery, reduced cooldowns, and unpredictable behaviors. Fitting reward awaits those who triumph. Well, I'm a master. I may just keep this vanilla for right now, you know, no modifiers. In the future, I was thinking about doing what I would call a true veteran run. So it would be like veteran, Iron Man, randomized enemies, increased enemies, withered healing, and no vestiges. But for right now, I think we'll just keep it. I think we'll just keep it here. And we'll change our name to Heavy Armored. Gotta change it. Choose a valid name. Okay. We'll just go with Heavy. Yeah. Yeah, that's my boy right there. Alright, well, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Lo, the latest receiver of his grace. Great potential dwells within you, doubtless, for you to be chosen thusly. And so does Aureus' wisdom guide my hand in the bestowment of this subsequent boon.
Also, I know I'm streaming a little bit later than I usually would, because I ended up getting caught up with something else. I meant to originally get on here around
Of this gift.
9 or 10 or so.
Seek me in the bowels of
I'm not
the
sure
rich.
how long I'm going to be doing this. I originally intended
Our
to,
work
you know,
is of the
get to work on that
greatest
damn
import.
Resident Evil video. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I'm going to be talking through cutscenes, by the way. That's just a fact. Not that there's very many with dialogue like this. But yeah, no. I was originally going to be working on that Resident Evil video, but my hands got tied. Lords of the Fallen 2-year anniversary. Oh yeah, they got the sword. Oh, so we just... Okay. Can't use it. Those deemed worthy to carry this sword by their fellow moon worshippers never wield it in anger or personal gain, but only for the purpose of rooting out Adir sympathizers from their ranks, as they believe only Menacilde can reveal when to unsheath it. Old Menacilde. I'm gonna have to make a video about Menacilde eventually, which the video that I did put out today, it was the one with the AI voice, which I know some people don't like. You know, whatever, deal. But, I mean, in that video that I pretty clearly, well, I guess I don't clearly, but I'm alluding to that character that is narrating the whole thing is actually Menacilde herself. That's 100% what I believe is happening. But regardless, let's go ahead and dive in. Alright, are you different? Oh, you are kind of different. You're a little bit faster. Need to reassociate myself with this game. There was a time, there was a time when killing enemies didn't automatically give you their vigor, which is the, you know, it's essentially their souls, like from Dark Souls and that, where you actually had to use the Umbral Lamp, you know, not that, where you had to do that to pick them up, and some people enjoyed it like that. I personally, no, I much prefer just to, if I kill something, to automatically just go into my inventory. Yeah, that's another thing. Dedicated jump button. That was not here before. I mean, I've been playing since, what was it, since 2024? I don't know. It was right after they dropped the new armors. Like oh, shit. Like the new quests for the new armors. Which, Illuminator Aubrey was the worst to get, no doubt. But I will say that the fight that you have to do with the, what's his name, General Angstrom, to get the Adir set is probably the most bullshit fight in this entire franchise. Yeah, that includes Lords 1. Oh wait, is my... Alright, shit, I think my damn controller mic is on. Can I turn that off? Let's turn that all the way down. I don't know why you would have that just automatically. But now, well, I'm a huge fan of this game. Like it is without a doubt my favorite Souls-like. Where would y'all? I mean, I know there's not a soul in here, but you know, we might throw this one up on YouTube. But what would y'all rank Forge 2023 on your Souls-like list? Personally, for me, it is the best. Now, I've heard a lot of people say that Lies of P is the best Souls-like out there. I haven't played it. I do have it. I haven't played it, though. Maybe I'll stream that one day. See how I feel about it. I mean, it looks fine. I mean, I love Bloodborne. But, like, I don't know. Yeah, I know there's a lot to this game that not a lot of people like, though. Like umbral transitions and everything like that. My friend, we actually played through this game, and he fucking hates the umbral stuff. I never really saw a problem with it personally. And no, I'm not trying to shill or whatever the hell. No, I mean, I just genuinely enjoy the game. But yeah, I know a lot of people don't like going into umbral and how many times that you do have to go into umbral. But I mean, for me, it's, you know, it's a core mechanic of the game. It's a core mechanic of the game, so I mean, I don't really have a problem with, you know, using it. In fact, I think going into Umbral to find secrets and, you know, traverse the areas a bit more is probably one of the game's strengths, honestly. Now, obviously, I know being able to jump between realms. I know a lot of people were saying that they would like to be able to go into Umbral without having to, you know, kill themselves, essentially. And that would be a cool mechanic, but I don't know how they would really balance that, because being in this state... One second. Sorry. But now, being in this state, you essentially have 2 lives, or, well, I guess 1.5. But being able to just go in and out of Umbral as you please probably would be a pain in the ass to balance. Okay. Also, I don't know if they change this in the future or somehow or not, but this boss right here, on my first playthrough, on my first ever playthrough, I remember this vividly, and my coworker, he actually validated this for me. After you beat this fight, you fight the Light Reaper. And that was on my first playthrough. But I did not encounter the Light Reaper on my first playthrough. It was only on subsequent playthroughs. And I started a new character thinking that maybe that was maybe that only happens on your first playthrough of that character. But then I fought the Light Reaper on a new character. So now I was confused. I asked my coworker, it's like, hey, you know, after you defeat Otto, which is that guy's name, after you defeat him, did you encounter the Light Reaper? And he said, no, I didn't encounter him until, I can't remember what he said. I think he didn't encounter him until Fitzroy's Gorge? I don't know. But yeah, it's really weird, so I'm wondering if that will be the case here. Oh, that's a really fast grab. Whoa. Rip. Rip Otto. Alright, yeah. See? What? Okay, I'm confused. What triggers the Light Reaper? Because he should be here. I don't know. Maybe since this is veteran mode, you don't encounter him on the first go. Which is odd because, you know, the Light Reaper, I don't know, he kind of is the rival mascot. Oh, no, he straight up is the rival mascot of this game. There's the Dark Crusader armor that we won't be able to get until we get all the way to the, I think it's called the Path of Devotion. Which we may do that. The Paladin's Burden is a tough fight, but not particularly a good one, I don't think. Okay. Hey, Hargan, what's going on?
I always wondered if there were others. You're probably thinking that lamp's just a tool to be used as you see fit. Take it lightly, and you'll find it's the other way around. Mark my words. I don't know who you are, and I don't care. But since it seems a deer has you marked, making you a bigger threat to the Rogar serves us both. I've defied the wills of gods and kings. If you know any kind of freedom, you'll do the same. I've defied... If you know any...
Yeah. So, Harkin in this game, he quickly became, you know, one... In the first game, obviously, I did not give a snot about Harkin whatsoever at all. I thought he was a boring, bland, kind of just nothing character. But this game made me absolutely love Harkin. And it obviously because, you know, he had 1,000 years of character development since the first game. But like, he is, I really want to make a video on him because he is such a underrated, not particularly, like, he's not a villain per se, but he's not a good guy either. He's not an anti-villain or anti-hero. I don't know how to describe him. He's a broken hero who just so happens to be okay with killing everyone. I don't know. Maybe in the future. Go ahead and get that Vitali up. Not Vitali, my endurance. Because I want to equip heavy armor. Yeah, that's another thing that a lot of people don't really like about this game are the stigmas. Personally, I think they're fine. Yeah, they're a little bit heavy-handed, no doubt. Yep, 1 second. You know, every time I come on stream here, I always feel like I say, oh, I had a late dinner. Which, I mean, it's true. I don't get off work until around... I don't get off work until 4, and I don't get home until around 6. Oh, hi. And by that time, you know, if I'm eating, it probably takes me a little bit. Okay, I don't know why that little barricade just broke. I thought there was an enemy behind there. Also, there is a chest right here. Hallowed Condemnation. Yeah, this is one thing, though, I will say that I don't care about the game. Your left hand being solely dedicated, or shield solely being dedicated to your left hand. I think that is stupid. See how tough you are. Whoa, you are fast. Oh, whoa, calm down, dude. Okay, they definitely sped up the attack animations, though I'm not quite sure that exactly looks good. Alright, yeah, here we go, we got a buffed enemy now. Who is it? Is it this mauler up here? No, it's someone further up there. We're gonna get a backstab on this guy, though. That's one thing about this game, though. Like, this game looks absolutely phenomenal. Like, this is just a performance mode. I mean, I can show y'all quality mode here after a while, but what the hell? Okay. Who's the tough enemy? That's some dude all the way over there. I'll get to him later. But yeah, this game is absolutely gorgeous. Probably one of the best looking Souls-likes out there. Again, I know it sounds like I'm fucking glazing this game up and down, which I am, but it's just because I just genuinely love this game. Like there hasn't been very many games like Souls-likes that I've really gotten attached to. You know, I've played Neo, I've played The Surge, I've played I mean, I guess you could call Fallen Order a Souls-like in a weird sense. But out of all the Souls games like I've played, none have really gave me that, I don't know, that yearning to learn more about them like this game has. I had that with a little bit with the Surge. Like the first game, the first Surge game is actually dripping, just absolutely dripping with atmosphere. It's just a shame that, you know, the game is a little bit more on the clunky side. Which, if you don't know, CI Games, or Hexworks, they co-developed the first Lord's game, obviously, because, you know, here we are. But Deck 13 was also a co-developer on that game. And they went off to make the Surge and the Surge 2, and I think their latest game was Atlas Fallen, which didn't really do that great. I haven't played it, but I don't know. I thought the first two the Surge games were pretty good. The second one has a lot better combat, but much worse. It has a lot better combat, better enemy variety. Just gameplay wise, it's better. Story and atmosphere, though, it is sorely lacking. You good, bro? Emerald Eye of Betrayed Eliard. Yeah, that's... God, man, I just love gushing about this game. I really do. I do love this game a lot. The Vestiges. That's one thing that, like, a lot of people... I don't see a lot of people bring up. The Vestiges have their own stories. Like, hang on. Like, this guy. God, what is his name? I can remember it. Something the Axe. I don't know. Like, each vestige has their own story. Like, here. Vestige of Marco the Axe. Yeah. And, let me see here. Warp. Yeah, you could see it here. A former warrior of Elusia, which is, you know, in Isilde. A former warrior of Elusia, Hannelore once took up the sword and journeyed to Mornstead, ostensibly to fight the Rogar, but more so to escape the responsibilities she had struggled to bear. Abandoning her family, later, long after becoming a lamp bearer, Hannelore came across an umbral stigma which had captured the final tragic moments of a pair of children who had grown so much and seemingly come in search for their mother. The warrior sank to her knees, broken, and cast aside her lamp before taking her own life. Like, each of these... The bonfires have lore. Like, each one is a person. Someone who is in your position. I just find that really cool. One of the NPCs that you talk to, Byron, he was a... I can't remember if he was... I don't know if he was a lamp bearer, but his wife was. What was her name? God, what was her name? Canik? I don't know. But yeah, she was a lamp bearer, and we find her vestige. And it's so cool, man. It's so cool. There's a lot, I can't talk. A lot of people like to bring up that the game doesn't feel like a Souls-like or whatever the hell. I don't know, man. This game... This is one of the few... Like, people say, oh, like Souls-likes, they always focus on the little details and everything like that. This game absolutely focuses on little details. Like, it's... Those little details, like the vestiges, that just give this game so much more depth. One second. Sorry, just had to check something. I'm telling you, I could go all day talking about the little... Oh, shit! Yeah, that's also one of my favorite little moves that you can do, just to kick. It's actually extremely useful it's crazy how useful the kick is. Hey, buddy, what's going on?
You carry the lamp long enough, and you'll see history repeat, over and over. If you don't want to keep retreading the same ground yourself should you fall, make use of this. I've given you more umbral guidance than I ever had. From now on, find your own way. I've given from now on.
Thanks, Harkin, buddy. Also, vestige seeds. It's another thing that I like, being able to essentially make your own bonfires. Like, there's just so many cool things with this game, man. Like, just so much, like, just so many little mechanics and thought that went into this game that a lot of people didn't, that, I'm gonna be honest, a lot of people didn't really appreciate. Hell, my first time through, like, I didn't really appreciate all the little things here and there. But yeah, look at that. Isn't that just such a cool vista? Yeah, I ain't gonna mess with all that right now. Also, can I get a good shot of the moon from here? Not really. Okay.
Oh, holy Aureus, by your radiance grant me the strength to continue to endure these dark days, to lay bare the path to salvation for my wayward brothers and sisters, so we may walk it together, and to strike down all those who would see our will defied. Even as our suffering continued, I honored my pledge of patience to the exactor. And yet you now appear before me, a stranger, bearing what was not yours to receive. A betrayal made flesh, and one I cannot brook.
Alright, Pieta, let's see what they did with you. My timing is just way off. Ooh. Yeah, my timing is way off. at that combo. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Look at that combo. Whoop. Oh. God dang. Oh, come on now with that delay. Oh. Oh my god. Got dogged on by Pieta. Okay. Okay, devs. I see where you stand. Alright, I mean usually I could just dog walk Pieta no matter what. But man, she absolutely bodied me. Yeah. Something about, or whatever. God dang. Easy now. Okay. I think I'm a little out of practice. Oh. Ah, whipped it. Whoa. GG, Pieta. GG. Yeah, this is another thing. They fixed it, this part at least, but this blood effect looked really bad before. I don't know why. Nothing else in the game looked like that, but that one was just, I don't know how to explain it. Like the blood was really choppy. I don't know. I mean, you can look up YouTube videos on how it looked before, but yeah, it did not look good. Okay, bye.
Brothers and sisters, you honor us and all who came before you with your sacrifices. While I wish they were unnecessary, my wishes will not ease your suffering, but I pray my sorcery does.
Alright, see, this one's always perplexed me in a way, because I'm not sure. I mean, was she just shielding off the way to the Abbey? Because that is the way to Calrinth. Also, there's the giant umbral eye in the sky. Would love to see it. And there, you can see. Oh man, I can't. Yeah, they changed how to take how you take pictures. Yeah, don't really care for that. Yeah, you can see the Abbey there, and there's a bunch of giant moths. We'll come back to that later, though. Just scoot around a little bit, see anything of note that we can see. There's the fief. Also, some of these umbral entities, like the big ones, they have these giant swords. I'm not sure what significance that has, but oh well. I'm gonna run up here and grab this chest. We may put some points into Radiance just so we can have another healing option, but I'm more so just gonna focus on, you know, getting my health and endurance up. That's a thick boy right there. Also, I hope I'm coming through the mic okay.
Welcome, Dark Crusader.
Yeah. Drop kicking people in this game is actually pretty damn fun as well.
I had no doubt in my assessment of you, as one worthy of the monumental task which lies before us, Crusader. My name is Dunmire, and I am an exactor of the Dark Crusaders, the holy order of which you are now an honored member. The Church of Orien Radiance has assigned to me the duty of purging Mornstead of its Rogar blight, and ensuring the ancient tyrant Adir knows no liberation from his enduring imprisonment. While the schism between the Church and Judge Cleric is of long standing, she and her hallowed sentinels, now perverted, did at least construct Mornstead's radiant beacons, which have prevented Adir's return for centuries. But now, we stand corrupted and on the verge of collapse. It is to these 5 beacons you must turn your eye. Use the Umbral Lamp to cleanse them of Adir's destructive influence, and deliver salvation to a world on the brink of perdition.
You use big words, me not understand.
Rogar and Hallowed Sentinel alike will offer you no quarter, so remember, though Aureus' mercy is without limit, yours should not be. You serve a higher purpose, Crusader. To strive in darkness, Rogar, though Aureus' mercy.
Hello, Pieta.
By Aureus' divine will, I live again. It's a miracle. And to think I raised my sword to you, when all along you were a divine instrument sent by him to deliver my death and rebirth, and bring clarity. Forgive me, Lampbearer. I'm Pieta, of the Hallowed Sentinels. And as Aureus sustains me, so too will I sustain you. Whether by making manifest your potential or through my healing blood, contained within the sanguinarics you carry. Should you find any saintly quintessences, bring them to me, and they can bolster the power of my blood further still. The beacons must be cleansed, the Hallowed Sentinels restored, and Adir's malignancy eradicated. Through whatever is to come, fellow chosen of Aureus, we stand together in service of him.
Yippee!
Our holy work continues, Lampbearer. Fellow sanctified vessel, may Aureus' divine radiance flow through me and into you.
So, Pieta is probably one of, if not the most interesting character in this game, which I can get into later. But just the twist at the end, if you have no idea about anything in this game, the twist regarding Pieta is pretty damn sick, and it's also pretty damn sad. Also, one running theme in this game is, why is everyone taller than us? It's like Stomand here, he is a tall motherfucker.
So the Exactors found himself a new instrument, as Exactors are wont to do. And given that lamp was intended for me should his paladin fall, and yet now here you are, Lamp Bearer.
I just found it.
It seems I was right to doubt the value of a Dark Crusader's word.
Hey, look, man, I didn't have any choice.
I'm Stomand, captain of the Fidelis, a group of good men and women who've made a stand against the madness which has possessed the rest of the Hallowed Sentinels. We made a vow to restore our order to its former glory, whatever the cost to ourselves. And by Judge Cleric's grace, we'll honor that vow. That heretical umbral lamp and the Dark Crusaders are necessary evils in these dire times, as are you, it would seem. Perhaps our aims will align further, or perhaps not.
In Radiance, judgment.
Alright, dork. Give me that thing.
Our Immaculate Lady will bring redemption.
Yeah, the Immaculate Lady, blah, 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 blah. Alright, so, what do I need for this again? I need 14. I don't think I'm gonna get there. Definitely not. I have one. Okay, well, looks like we're just gonna stick with the sword for now. Oh, right, I'm still humble. Okay. Let us carry on. There's Andreas.
Ah, that's it, isn't it? Oh, the Lamp of Immortality. And the genuine article. Not a useless, empty vessel like the one I saw that witless fool bumbling around with. I've learned a little since coming to Mornstead about that lamp and the awful mission to which it's attached. I hope you recognize that frightful burden for what it is. In truth, what's been done to you is downright cruel. Of course, some people are born into roles of tremendous responsibility. My name is Andreas of Ebb, esteemed scion of nobility, but far more than that, descendant of the great ruler Antanas himself, as proven by my family's book of lineage, for one. That's right. Through my veins flows the blood of the legendary hero who defied Adir and the Rogar and saved the whole world, only to be betrayed and murdered by a common criminal. So you'll understand a man of my pedigree cannot simply stand idle, while an unfortunate victim such as yourself remains shackled to such a grim fate. Give me the lamp, and let me shoulder your burden, friend. What say you? No? It saddens me to see you bring such agony down upon your own head. I hope you see sense and reconsider.
I think we should be given the option to say yes or no, and if we say yes, then the game is just over. Which, that brings into question, though, what would happen if we lost the Umbral Lamp? Because... oh, go away. Because, you know, technically, we need it to, you know, stay alive. But... you know, we're already alive. If we gave it to someone else, would the Umbral Lamp just, like, give us back our soul? Or what would happen? I don't know. But let's open up photo mode here. Now, I've seen a lot of people say that that area right there is the Keystone Monastery. To that, I'm not entirely sure. It does look similar, but I don't know. A lot of people also say that it's one of these two buildings. It's really odd, though, because we see all these buildings out in the distance, but we never get to go to them or experience them or whatever. Like, there's one. I don't know if we'll be able to see it from here. I know we can see it from the Abbey and the manse, but it looks really, it looks like it's something of, you know, pretty good importance that we just never interact with. Okay. All right, moving on. One second. Had a sneeze right at the tip of my nose, but just could not get it out.
If you're headed for Pilgrim's Perch, friend, the hallowed sentinels don't welcome everyone. Not even a faithful pilgrim who's crossed countless miles of land and sea to join them. All I wanted was to serve the divine judge cleric, but they deemed me unworthy and chased me off. What's a poor, rejected disciple to do now, I ask you? I gave away most of what little I owned before I left Perdam. But if you've got some traveling of your own to do, then here, take this. I know it doesn't look like much, but it's been a dependable companion to me. It's a harsh wind that blows in Mornstead, but a tree that doesn't bend breaks, I suppose. It's a harsh wind that blows in Mornstead, but a tree that doesn't bend breaks,
You know,
I suppose.
obviously that's his point, but I haven't really paid too much attention to Thek here. Which, again, that's probably his point. I mean, he gives you a freaking stick, for Christ's sake, which can become a decent weapon, funnily enough. Let's go ahead and deal with the guys down here before we do anything else. So I'm pretty sure that guy would have absolutely just fucked us. Forgot this is not a just run up and press X button. Alright, one thing I'm actually going to talk about real quick is, obviously, you see these guys right here. These are remnants. I've made a video about this, alright, a short. I talked about them, and obviously these guys are the same as these big statue skeleton guys, like they're in the distance and everything. So I've always wondered, you know, what the difference between them is, and what I believe is that the big ones are just remnants that have, you know, successfully been able to kill people, like actually get vigor, because remnants are attracted to vigor. That's why they want to kill you. They have no vigor themselves, so they want your vigor. But my theory is that these big ones are remnants that have successfully just accumulated a fuck ton of vigor from, you know, either people trespassing into Umbral or from some other means. But they've gotten to this size, but they just gotten so big that they can't sustain themselves anymore, so they go into this, like, statue-esque, like, stasis, and that, you know, we ourselves, we're not big enough to even, you know, give a snot about, so they don't even, like, really see us, unlike the actual remnants. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. He's stuck. Now he's gone. Alright, we're going to come down here and unlock the shortcut back to Skyrest. Also, don't know if y'all watched it or not, but I mean, if you're watching this later on, I have to assume that you looked for Lords of the Fallen. But so yeah, if you're watching this, you probably are in Lords of the Fallen. Anyway, I'm wondering that from the Lords of the Fallen 2 gameplay trailer that we got for the Game Awards, if like all those executions or whatever those were are just, you know, strictly for boss kills, which would be cool. But if stuff like that was just like, it was like a God of War finisher kind of deal, if that's the route they're going for. Because here executions are, I mean, just what you saw, like if you're able to knock down their guard or their stance. Oh, god damn it. One second. Oh, damn bots in chat. Oh, well. One second, let me fix that. There we go. I need to actually learn how to, you know, delete messages while on the computer instead of just pulling up the dashboard on my phone. But we'll get there when we get there. Oh, another thing. Let me gush about the game again. Tints. These are just, you know, an extra layer of customization. I get to color my armor whatever I want. Yeah, there we go. Just little things like that. I love it.
Diviner dear, witness this offering I make to you.
That's Damarose, by the way. A character that I have, I'll be honest, neglected. Oh wait, what am I doing? Yeah, a character that I've neglected to really care about. Because I'm not a deer simp. I fuck a deer. All my homies hate a deer. Also, to my knowledge, this is the one area where remnants come out of the wall like that. I can't recall ever seeing that somewhere else. Also, these guys. Are a pain in the butt. Oh, come on. Come on. Poopy butt. I didn't get the stupid shortcut. So now I gotta go all the way around again. Fuck. Out of the way. Excuse me, pardon me, out of the way. Also, that can't be the best way to, you know, make an elevator door. There had to have been a better way. Because having this little hinge door, automatic door thing, probably just was a pain in the ass to make. I mean, hell, I guess it works. Stupid, though. I did get the key, so I can go ahead and open this up here. Let's make our way around in case we do die again. 1 second. This area we'll talk about a little bit more later. Right now, I just want to get back to my vigor, which I can't remember. I don't think this game had a timer like the first game did when it came to like actually getting your vigor back. Yeah, in the first game and also in the Surge and Surge 2, whenever you die, your dropped resources like your souls or your tech scrap. Sorry, 1 second. But yeah, whenever you died, you had I think it was a 2-minute and 30-second timer to get back to where your souls were, and you could refill it by, killing enemies. I think if you killed a boss during that time, it would just, straight up give you all that time back. Which, in itself, is a kind of a neat mechanic. I don't know if I would really want to have that in this game. But one thing about the Surge 2, at least, is whenever you dropped your tech scrap, okay, I don't feel like fighting you both again. Bye. But yeah, whenever you dropped your tech scrap in that game, your tech scrap is your equivalent to souls or vigor. I keep going back. Whenever you dropped your tech scrap in that game, if you got close to it, it would passively heal you while you were next to it. That's a neat little thing that I don't recall any other game doing. It's ultimately, pointless because most people are just going to run up and pick it up. But for those who just hang around it, it's especially useful during boss fights. If you go in with 0 tech scrap or whatever, die to a boss, and then just go back and then hang around the boss, that gives you a little bit more of a chance because you got that passive healing in an AoE around your tech scrap, and that's a 2-minute and 30-second second long healing buff thing. Sorry, I was adjusting something. Goodbye, Umbral entity. Okay, yeah, the game thought that the Umbral entity was still there for a moment. Alright, this place, Skyrest, it was, for those who don't know, was created by the Scryers of the Dawn, which was a subsect of the, well, I guess it wasn't a subsect of the Orion Church. They believe the same thing. They believe in Aureus. But, they were more aligned with, you know, trying to find Aureus in the, like, in the physical sense. Like, they thought of the Dawn as, they thought of the Dawn as, you know, Aureus himself. Like, Aureus is the sun. He is the radiant god. And so they built this place because the Descriers of the Dawn were one of the, you know, first sects of the Aurea Church to especially just be in Mornstead. Like, here. Can I get above here? Can I go down here? I don't know, you can kind of see it. But these masks, actually, no, wait, I got the set. I can look at it. But yeah, this mask is supposed to be their interpretation of Aureus, which is you know, an older bearded man, which doesn't make a whole lot of sense because Aureus was allegedly chopped off his own head to facilitate the birth of the universe, but that's neither here nor there. There's King Brahmas. King Brahmas the 13th, or no, 19th. I'm not gonna listen to you though. Yeah, he's talking about his beloved wife. But yeah, no, the Descriers of the, oh wait, shit, I forgot to give her the seared accusation. But yeah, the Descriers of the Dawn. I forgot where I was going with that. Oh yeah, they built Skyrest because they were aware of Umbral, and they built Skyrest in a bridge to, you know, prevent nobility and, you know, honored people from, you know, being corrupted by Umbral, because they thought, you know, burying people, they just, you know, put you closer to Umbral, which is not entirely wrong. Real. There you go. Okay, bye. Yeah, we will come back here later, and we will see what she's up to. Very convenient that King Brahmas and his lovely wife are in the same location. Go ahead and upgrade my character again. We're almost 1414. We'll get there. We're almost there. Almost. Alright. Oh wait, we got a vestige. Also, I don't know if my mic is picking me up very well. Probably because I'm so far away from the mic. Hang on. Is that better? Sure hope so. Oh well. I guess we'll see. Warp to vestige. Hey there, Bucket Man. You know, this is supposed to be an NPC, but he doesn't have any idle animation. He just, like, at first when I first came and, like, got that stuff from him, I didn't know he was alive. But yeah, apparently he is alive. Ooh. Oh. Easy now. Actually, you know what? This fits. This works out better because we gotta be an humble for this fight, pretty much anyway. I mean, we don't have to, but it helps. Hey, Damarose.
The clerics welcome
Look how tall
comes
she is,
beyond
dude.
the edge of a sentinel's blade. More often than not in this place. Makes me curious how you're still breathing.
I'm not a cleric.
I suppose dangling the promise of salvation from one hand and the threat of death from the other keeps a pilgrim obedient.
You're a very tall woman.
Ah, on second look, you're not just another deluded lamb, are you? You know, not long ago, I saw a dark crusader carrying that same lamp. Now it's in your hands. Again, curious. I know they'd see you rejuvenate those obscene monuments preventing a deer's return. Don't. That's a threat. But also advice. A deer rewards the faithful.
Alright, yeah, gonna be real with you. I'm not gonna take that much advice from someone who just lobbed off her own hand and now wears it as a as an ornament. And also who is wearing what I'm assuming is the face of another person. I don't know.
There's salvation here if you want it. But you won't find it in the light of the sun or that lamp. But you won't find it.
Yeah. Whatever you say, damn a rose. More like, damn a loser. Ha, got him. Damn a hose. Ah, that doesn't good. That doesn't sound good. Out the way. Out the way. I wonder, can I hit her from here? I can. I don't think I'm doing any damage though. That's odd. The reason why I was saying it helps to be an Umbral for this fight is because she has an Umbral parasite, but now she doesn't. Also, probably would help if I didn't die. Oh. Rip. Okay. Off you go. Away. Have I never got these arrows? I don't think I have. Have I just never bothered to go down there? I feel like dealing with you. Oh, okay, so that doesn't float enough, but then that does. Okay. Not really sure how much longer I'm going to be going for. I may get to the bell room and call it for tonight, but I'm not sure. shit. There we go. Do 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 do. You know, I've been thinking about maybe trying to stream on YouTube rather than Twitch. I don't know if I would stream on both. I like the interaction that Twitch has, but I feel like YouTube would probably be the better bet. One, because, you know, Twitch is ran by absolute degenerates, and I just don't like the people who are in the top circle around Twitch. At least with YouTube, you know, things are stupid, but they're also fair. Oh fuck! But no, I think it would just be better for... God damn it. Okay, back up. Let's go ahead and pop this message before we do anything. Okay. But yeah, you know, considering that most of my eggs are in the YouTube basket, I may as well, like, start streaming over there. I don't know if I would want to multi-stream. I feel like that might be a little too much for me to handle right now. I mean, I can barely get one stream going. I'd say I might cut the, if I do put this on YouTube, I may cut the, like, the first bits, because I'm still trying to get a hold of how to, you know, get my stream up and running without having to actually, you know, adjust stuff in OBS.
Another lamp bearer. Aye, so it goes. Should you end up one of the few to earn a vestige, I'll tend to it, as I do, for whatever it's worth, and until I'm in the ground myself. The hallowed sentinels and Rogar will both show you horror enough, but nothing like what that lamp brings into view. And remember, you look into the shadows, might be the shadows look back. Mind yourself, lamp bearer. Whether you took up that light willingly or not, you're on a treacherous path. And forever's never as long as you think. Mind yourself, you're on it.
Okay, I was trying to see what those marks on his face were. That's Byron, by the way. Do I have enough? I do. Sweet. Namesake time. do I have any actual vested seeds? I don't think I do. Oh, no. Oh, yeah, no, I have to because I killed 2 bosses before I came here. Alright, but, you know, I actually think that's where I may call it for tonight. I'm getting pretty tired. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. So yeah, I think I may call it. That's a neat little detail. Yeah, let's look at that real quick. Yeah, you can see all of the Forsaken Fen down there. All the little fires. That's one thing that I absolutely love in games, is being able to look out and see an area that I've been. I mean, obviously I can't do that right now, but like if I can get down there and look back up here and see the Pilgrim's Perch, that's pretty cool. Also, that is a kind of better shot of the moon. Yeah, you can see there, the moon's kind of fucked up. Not quite sure why it's fucked up, but I have my theories. But I guess we'll see that in a later video that I decided to make. But you know, for anyone who just stopped by and checked in, appreciate you. For anyone who's watching this after the fact, you know, like, subscribe, all that jazz. But I hope to see y'all in the next one, and take it easy. Bye. Goodbye. Leave.